there. Hello. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well. Glorious day here in Manchester. Oh, we're jumping on. How we doing, guys? We all right? How we doing, Caden? Right, peoples. Good to see you. It's been a while since I've done a stream. Just got a few different topics that I want to bring up. Kids' hair all over me. So I thought I'd do a little tidy little stream. Hi guys, you alright? Well, it was, Charles, come on. Well, it was, Charles, come on. You know it was. But anyway, that's not why I'm doing this stream. What's happened with Brian? I've no idea. I've not spoke to Brian for quite a while, to be honest. How are we doing, guys? Thank you very much for jumping on. You too, Sheila. Hope you're doing very well. I'm doing fine. Doing fine. Managed to slope off work a little bit earlier because a little bit of organisation needed in preparation for what I'm doing tomorrow. And I wanted to do this stream whilst the house was empty. So I may have an invasion of children coming up at some point. Well, I don't know, Charles. We'll have to agree to disagree on that, mate, respectfully. I think that's the narrative that's played to us, but I think there's more to it than that, mate, personally. But like I say, that's for another stream, I guess. But I hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for jumping on. Sorry for just finishing my fag. There's just a couple of different points I wanted to talk about, particularly tomorrow. I'll be going to Nottingham. There's going to be a Naga event, and it's going to be in conjunction with Survivors Matter. Very worthwhile cause. If you remember frequenters to the channel, you would have seen footage in Telford. These guys just move around to highlight issues where it's going on. You alright? How you doing? And yes, so they're going to be in Nottingham tomorrow, no doubt with Billy, PAG UK, and Anthony from Naga, and hopefully a few other people. In terms of what to expect, I can't say I know what to expect. I don't know whether it's going to be like last time, whether it's more of a conference or of an actual outdoor demo. I just got the details of where it's going to be and what time, and I'm going to find out when I get there. So I'm hoping I will be able to stream it. If I can't stream it, then I will just hard record it and upload it when I can. You all right, guys? Thank you very much for jumping on. Nice one. And so, if anyone is in the Nottingham area or lives near the Nottingham area, the only details I've not got a postcode, but it's Survivors Matters, Saturday the 29th of September. That's at Market Square, Nottingham, at 1 p.m. Okay, so that's Market Square, Nottingham, at 1 p.m. So, yeah, I'm going to be there. Hopefully, it'll be a nice turnout, and it's just getting the message out, really. So, that's that. To touch on another point, well, in fact, I've just booked my train ticket as well. Just literally. I'm so disorganised, honestly. I leave things till the last minute, so I thought I can't even talk about it without booking the train ticket. Imagine I couldn't get a train ticket, and I'm telling everyone, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. So I've just this minute booked it, so I'm definitely confirmed I'm going to be there. So, right, I've just been on the phone with Tom Pearsons. Questions about a few characters, Phil. Right, okay, we'll talk about all that in a bit. Let me just get these little points up. And Tom Pearsons, the People's Revolution Party. And if anyone knows all the scandal, the stream that was put out, I didn't say anything because I didn't know enough. And I still don't really know enough. So what I can say, I've actually had a very lengthy conversation with Tom. So all that I can really say is that He's a man that seems to be taking a lot of flack now. He's There's more to the story. There's definitely more to the story. And it's one of them streams that can put people in a lot of situations. It's almost like a lie can get halfway around the world before the truth can get his pants on. There's certain things within that stream that people will hold their hands up, but then within that, there's also another side to the story. So there's more, you know. It's not for me to break down. I think there's things actively going on in the background, and I think Tom at some point will be getting together with me, and we're going to chat about it all and see where it goes. It's just one of them situations, and at the moment, I think he's chose to stand down. Probably the best decision. However, what not a lot of people know is probably not through what the stream was about was the full reason why he stood down. It's because there seems to be a lot of a hate campaign going on to the point where attempts on his life has been promoted. And so when it gets to them silly, irrational levels, you've got to kind of, you know, so I think he's just standing back a little bit. I'm fine. Chill. I'm fine, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I'm hoping as time goes on, as the passing weeks go on, we'll be able to get together and have a chat about it. And I'm hoping I record the sound to it a lot better than I did. I do apologise. It's just one of them things you learn as you go, and it's one of them irritating things with the equipment I've got. I can only tell on playback when if there's any problems with the audio. Now, most of the time with interviews I conduct and when I chat to people, I only tend to check the playback when I'm on my way home. So by that time, it's too late, innit? You've got to deal with what you deal with. So I do apologise. The sound quality was a bit poor on that. I didn't use my lapel mics, and I should have really done it. I've got a mic up here at the moment, and I thought that was going to be strong enough, but it wasn't. So naughty mic. But other than that, that's Tom out the way, and what's the next one? Right. Kind of slightly veering back to the survivors matter, and to me it does matter with survivors. You've got to highlight it, but you've got to actually take up their plight, look at what they're in, not just take advantage of the situation for your own political gain and then leave them, you know. And for me, Samantha, kind of, I will admit, it did affect me as an individual, and so it should. To the point where it got to irrational thoughts or anything? No, not at all. I was just gutted when you're face to face, eyeball to eyeball with someone who's gone through what they've gone through. A lot of it as a male, you can't totally connect emotionally, so that kind of fucks you up as an individual when you're listening to it. As a person who'd only met her for the first time, there was an element of that in there as well. And just literally the information I'm just soaking up that I couldn't believe that's just being thrown in my face. And to be fair, that doesn't even scratch the surface on what Samantha has actually gone through. She's not been able to articulate everything and relay it chronologically. That's never happened because she's not had the relevant support base to put her in a mindset where she's comfortable with her as an individual, no matter what negativity has gone on in her life, in order for herself to move forward. So it's like she's in that little grey area. So it got to the Maria's March, and no, John Wedges didn't, by the way, and it's a very random question to ask, but no, he hasn't. I don't expect him to either, you know. So Samantha went to the Maria's March with me on the train. On the train, she was asking me and for my feelings on what she was writing. She was literally writing a speech that she was going to present on the day. And I actually said to her on a couple of occasions, Tony or anyone else does not expect you to speak at that event. You've gone through what you've gone through. You've had a little bit of an interview. But the bottom line is, if you're there just as an anonymous person supporting the march, that's good enough. If you then want to extend it, write a speech for someone to read on your behalf, that's going a bit further, but that is, brilliant. But no one expects that of you. No one wants to do that. She wanted to do it. So that's fine, that fine, fair play to you. I just wanted her to know that there was no pressure on her to actually speak, to show her face. She could have gone there with a level of anonymity, and no one would have really known apart from one or two people at that march. And for me, that's what I thought was going to happen before we met on the day. And then when I realised she was well up for speaking, I'm like, whoa, But she wanted to do it, fair enough. She'd done it. Very emotional, and she'd done a fantastic job. Shortly after that, there was other people contacting Samantha. And in order for her to speak at marches, it's up to Samantha what she wants to do. Yeah, all right. Cheers, Jonathan. You too, mate. She did have a lot of guts speaking out, yeah. And so there was, you could say, other people trying to get her to speak at other marches without really the forethought of the position she's in and what she's all about, and actually seeing if she wants to do it. Remember, this is a vulnerable person we're talking about that sometimes don't quite really know how to say no to people. All of a sudden, she's a public figure. All of a sudden, strangers are on her asking her to do this and asking her to do that. So in that situation, it might be hard for her to just stand up and say, no, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to do that. So she spoke at a march at Sunderland, which I personally said to her the same thing that I said regarding Maria's. Do you really want to do it? Even though I know Sharon Binks and I know all the other organisers up in Sunderland, and I know they're doing a fantastic job. I've got nothing negative to say to them, about them, whatever. But I was mindful of Samantha's plight. It's all good her doing this. But is it really the right thing considering the position she's in at this moment in time? Is it the right path for her as an individual? As much as she's enlightening people and awakening people. So she does it. So it's fair enough. I know, to be fair, I know she's in good hands with Sharon Binks. I've got a lot of time for Sharon and for Tracy Anderson and for Natasha. So I've got no problem. The DFLA approached her for the week later. Now, between the lines, not a lot of people knew, but she didn't want to do that one. She didn't want to do it. Now, she never turned up. I think someone went to pick her up and she wanted in the house. Now, Samantha being Samantha, reading between the lines, she hasn't got the balls to say to that person when they've turned up, you know what, I don't want to do it. So in Samantha's head, the way to get around it is just make sure she's not there when this person calls. Yeah, and that's what happened. Once that happened, there was a change in rhetoric towards Samantha, and there was then allegations put against Samantha that she was trying to scam. She was trying to set up GoFundMes when there is evidence that I've seen that suggests that one of the people that were trying to ask her, persuade her to go on certain marches and talk was actually the person that was consultating and helping her set up the GoFundMe. But that was forgotten afterwards. It was all Samantha's fault, all Samantha's doing. She's doing it to scam people. There's been suggestions about her weight, about the way she looks. The fact that there's been allegations because of a Facebook page that she's had since she was 12 years of age that has got Muslims on it. then there's all kinds of allegations thrown at her because of that. Now, same again, I've only seen little screenshots and bits and bobs. I've not seen the whole story. But I will say this, it is ugly. It is so ugly, it is unbelievable. Now, when you come back to the original premise that survivors matter, the way Samantha has been treated, yeah? Survivors to some people do not matter because they've sought out to vilify her, put all kind of vicious propaganda via Facebook and other mediums, which has then enabled other people of probably less intellect and less rationale to get in on the fight and to then side with them and to then start throwing punches themselves. And I've got the screenshots here, but I'm not going to read them. I'm not going to name names because I don't want to do that. I don't want to turn this into a tit for tat. My only thoughts are Samantha, really, and how this has affected Samantha. And for anyone to do this, firstly, to a lady, is bang out of order. Secondly, to abuse an abused victim that's not yet got over a first round, whatever you want to say. I just think it's disgusting, it's repulsive, and it's not something where I can say, I'll forget about this, let's just move on and let's still all stand back side by side. The people that have done this, I can't resonate, I can't connect. I can't connect why and to the extent. Like I say, I did start this stream with my other phone here with screenshots of some of the correspondence that's been going to and fro. Mainly one way. But I've decided I'm not, because I've kind of said enough. What I will end it with, I'm chatting about a lady called Samantha, a grooming victim that has been now vilified and now has gone from a grooming victim to now being a scammer and a groomer, because these allegations have been put within these correspondence on Facebook to Samantha and to a broader public. Now, I'm going to end it with this. There's another twist to this story. This is why survivors matter. And this is why the people that have done this should think twice about, one, firstly approaching her with that intent of actually, without thinking, getting her to, oh yeah, get a GoFundMe, yeah, send us a link, send us a link, send us a link, here's some money, you're the villain, you've earned this. Should have forethought this, done it more delicately, see where she feels, what she wants. Maybe if there was more of an open forum, she might have felt comfortable actually saying, you know what, guys, maybe the fact she felt slightly intimidated, but it's resulted. I've had this conversation with Samantha. The night before last, there was an ambulance at Samantha's house. Samantha, because of all this, has resorted to medication and has resorted to self-harming herself because of the vindictive, repulsive comments and the most unchivalrous way you can ever act to a female online. And we're not just talking about men doing it to women, we're talking about women doing it to Samantha as well. So I don't know what the fuck that is. One of the actual correspondents says, I don't give a fuck about her. So survivors don't matter to these guys. Is it more trophies matter? So I think, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. So I just wanted to bring that point out because it was brought to my attention a couple of days ago, and I was asked for screenshot. I asked for screenshots just to have a look, because I don't do this is one of the reasons why I don't do Facebook. And believe it or not, this same group attacked me on a similar level, not with the same accusations, but in a similar way. And it's horrible. I could have done videos about it. I've chose to say nothing and just not go on Facebook. I've uploaded the odd video, which has been quite a while. And it's a pity, because there are good people on Facebook that are probably denied the right of that. But I'm like, you know my thoughts. I don't do social media. I never have. And that does not promote social media for me. Could not give a shit. I'll just hard record, maybe the odd stream, upload it. And it's unfortunate, but that doesn't mean to say everything about Facebook is negative. This Facebook and other mediums is important within this fight. I do realise that. I do realise how much it's important for people to communicate all over the world. But when it's done to do this, to put people in such a level where they're self-harming themselves and ambulances have to be called, I don't know. So I'm going to end the stream, guys. Unless there's anything specifically kind of someone wants to kind of mention, that if I can help in any way. Hello, Mark. You all right? Let me have a drink of water. Update on Bri. I don't know. I haven't spoke to Brian in weeks. No idea. I spoke to one of his friends, a good friend of his, Mo, the other day, and apparently Brian's doing all right. He's just quieting it all down, and I think, from what I believe, I don't know because I don't want to jinx anything, but I think he might be doing something to do with his singing. I don't know what to let the cat out the bag, but in order to get some cash together to then come back, I do believe, but I've not spoken to him in person, so I can't verify that. But Mo is his good mate, so I think he's all right. I do think he's all right. Yes, Samantha is very brave, and she doesn't need that. No one does. No one needs that. Cheers, Mark. Cheers. Afternoon. Nice one, Jads. No, well, I have got the weekend off, but I'm in Nottingham tomorrow. So essentially, no. I was going to go in work Sunday, but I'm not. I'm going to take Sunday off. I'm just going to go in Monday. Crack on. I run off site early today, and as I passed one of the Sparks, he looked at me like I was robbing him. He was like, "What are you doing?" I'm going home, mate. I'm going home. Got tons to do. I had this stream on my mind. I've got a washer on the go. The house is a mess, and I wanted to kind of get all these little jobs done before the little kiddies come home. Keyboard warriors, yeah, they are, but you know what? We're not talking about trolls here. We're talking about people on this side. So there is that element. It is a keyboard warrior thing, but it's the same thing. All of these stories, apart from the Naga, is the same. People general sweep, people make assumptions through watching something, and they'll jump forward. I could have done that with Tom Parsons. I could have watched that stream and gone, "Oh, you know what? I've just interviewed him. I can't believe he'd do this." Now, there's a lot of that stream, like I say, that he does always hold his hand up and go, "You know what?" But even that, there's elements to it that is not really coming out. There's only one side. So it's a fair enough statement. He's holding his hands up. Part of it is, there's no smoke without fire, but part of it is a vilification process. And he do believes other parties have kind of come together, culminated into attacking him. And it's all come at the same point, converged, and boom. And that can happen. That happened to me several weeks ago. It wasn't just one incident. It was several things that come together. And it was like, "Oh, you know what? Don't need this shit. I'm just going to get some video editing, just going to get back to work, get back to my family. I'm just not giving up, but I'm just not watching this. This ain't good for anyone's psyche. Just like what Samantha was going through, that wasn't good for her psyche. You know what I mean? You can see how vulnerable she is because it's resorted her to self-harming. I just kind of was a little bit pissed off and just brushed the computer away and got on with other stuff for a couple of weeks. So you can see the difference. You've got to be careful how you deal with people, you know what I mean? It's just wrong. It's just wrong. And to do that, ultimately wrong. Well, I don't know about a medal, mate. Some people would say I deserve friggin' handcuffs. But thank you. Thank you. You know, when honestly, I don't even feel I do much because I don't. Let's face it. I'll chat and gab and I'll go to the odd place. And I'll try and do little bits and bobs here and there. But there's so much that can be done that no one man can do this. No one man. You know? I feel Tommy Robinson's pain. Pissing hell. I feel that. What he's had to put up with. So it's just one. This ain't a fight for any one person. This has got to be collaborative. There's got to be people all over the place popping up. I had this thought the other day. And it's like, you know what? If there was one YouTuber from every city in this country that had the figures, had it just to kind of get a voice out there, you know what I mean? This fight would be so much easier than just the odd person here and there. Honestly, it's like you're fighting a losing battle. It's like one step forward, two step back, because it gets so overwhelming for them one or two people that it ends up, you know, it's fucked up. And no, I don't know on who hit Amy. I seen the event, I seen it on a stream, but I don't know any story after that. I know it was bang out of order. I know it wasn't the smartest move. And with any person of any ethnicity, when you resort to smacking someone, that by very definition is low IQ. Now, to do what Tan done and whatnot, he's pushing the buttons. He's trying to raise a certain point and push it down people's throats, but he's doing it in a way that will agitate people. And not everyone will have the intellect to go, well, I see your point, but you still bang out of order for doing it. They'll just want to get all testosterone filled and smack someone. Same again. Whatever you think about Amy, whether you think she brings it on herself, whether you think she's an absolute diamond, she doesn't deserve to be smacked to the ground. So that's fucked up in itself. So, you know, I don't know what's happening with the guy. I don't know whether he got arrested. I don't know. I've not followed it because a lot of it is things that, you know, the echo chamber takes over. So then all of a sudden, instead of pushing the message, it kind of, everyone follows the hype and around certain stories. And I try not to do that, but I do try and follow up things. But I hope he does get grit because it's assault. I don't know what damage he left. I know there was a bit of a mark when she was laying on the floor. I know when she was lay on the floor, I know the behaviour of some people that were stood round her was reprehensible. Stood over someone who's injured, more prepared to bollock her rather than help her. No matter what you think of her views, fuck's sake. So there's issues all over the place. And that's what I mean. It's all a bit of a head masher, this. It's like, God, what's this world coming to? What are we becoming as a civilization, as a society? No matter your demographic, it's fucked up. I'm sorry to keep using that word, but probably the best way of putting it. So, guys, yeah, Tan, well, whether you're talking a paid agitator, I don't know. What he's doing is agitating. He's ruffling feathers. I do believe there's an intellect behind that, but it's the methodology, because same again, you appeal to the lowest nomination. Not everyone's going to see it like that, and you're going to get people that will just want to beat you up. And then you're appealing to a set of people that then will see your message and anyone who follows you and any alliances you've got as part of that, and then blah blah. So it builds everyone's straw man. I don't get it. I know it's not easy because I know a lot of people are frustrated over everything that's going on in the country. And it's easy to overreact. It's easy to just say the F word. It's easy to point the finger. It's easy to just smack someone when they're in a protest calling you racist numerous amount of times. But you know what? The minute you do it, clunk, click. We know the shit. We know it. What footage you've seen of the DFLA in Sunderland looks horrible. Whether it was provoked, whether it wasn't, it just does not look good. Sky News were all over it, and boom, there you go. That's the narrative they want to put out. Same with the Tommy Robinson interview with Sky News that I see. Whether they got it out of context, whether they edited it, whether they golded him, because I think there was a little bit of that. They got what they wanted. They got enough information to, boom, build his straw man. Get him to say things that probably, on reflection, he wouldn't have said. So it's the way they work, innit? There's a deception. We've got to know all this is one big mofo game, and it's hard to navigate it. Is the audio working? Can you not hear me? Have I just been chatting to... They nicked Tan, didn't they? I don't know. I've seen footage on Great Brit's channel now. I tried. Sorry, Great Brit. I don't even know whether you're moderating this. I've just gone ahead with the stream. I did try and call you about an hour ago, but your phone was switched off. So if you're not moderating, mate, don't worry about it. If you are moderating, you've jumped in the hot seat. Hello, mate. Thank you very much. And while I'm on the subject, big thanks to Reverend Simon, Brit Girl, Eddie is okay, and Wizardy Wiz Solution, is it? I've got to say, you know what? I've not written it down. I do apologise, Wiz. I'm going to mention this point and then I'm getting out of here. Wiz was a man that I met outside the Brian Harvey court case for the first time. Never spoke to him. Just shook his hand as I was streaming, moved on. And I later done a video because I misconstrued certain things that was said, and I involved him, tarred him with the same brush as other Muppet YouTubers. Now, I was wrong on reflection to do that. I realised my mistake. I contacted him via his YouTube, via the stream that he actually put out after my video. I humbly apologised because I was in the wrong, and through Eddie is okay, passed him my phone number. Wiz took it on the chin, very gracefully, took the apology, and was a gentleman about it in terms of what he said after that. He rung me up personally, and we had a brilliant chat for probably about a couple of hours. At that point, I found out what Wiz actually done, because I didn't know. I thought he was just one of them that, but no. He works with people, or at least via YouTube. He works with people with anxiety issues. And from what I hear and from what he's gone through, he's not a qualified man in that sense, but he's a man who has gone through severe anxiety himself. So he's got something to offer. And he explained it to me that in his realm, he found going to someone who was qualified, the typical man in a suit or woman in a suit. They sat behind a desk with the glasses low down, looking at you, writing everything down that you're saying. Didn't do anything for him, probably giving more anxiety than before when he walked in. So he does a lot of good work. And I do believe, is it Wiz Solutions, guys? Yeah, he has got experience. So if someone has got a link, Wiz Solutions also on Facebook group, anyone with anxiety. So fair play. If anyone's got a link to his YouTube, he's now started doing a stream. And it's basically, I think it's like a late night stream. Does not even know he's far right media. Really? I'm far right media? Common sense, mate. Common sense. I don't do left-right paradigm, so do not put me in that title. That's what you're doing there, is putting me in a box, just like the Corbynite lady at the beginning of my journey. Yeah, remember the Corbynista that told me I was a traitor to my own sort? So now you've just done the same thing. You're trying to label me and put me somewhere where I have not put myself, and I do not. I'm a free thinker. If you don't like my opinion, that's one thing. But to say you don't like my opinion and that means I'm far right, BS. Yeah? I don't like your opinion, but I'm then not going to call you a name because you don't fit with my way of thinking. It's called having different opinions. And when I was growing up as a kid, the world was full of people with different opinions. Now you can't fucking do that. Now you've got to have this conformity opinion. And if you infringe, boy, look what happens. So don't label that on me. I love Tommy. I love my wife. God's sake. So I take it Great Britain's not on then, because this muppet. I've got a lot of respect for anyone who's going to highlight what is going on right now. Does that make you far right? If you look at my page, you'll find that I highlight badness. I find what is going on at the moment a light and dark issue. Light and dark. It's as simple as that. There's good and bad in everyone. What I'm seeing through your comments now is more of the latter. Yeah? I'm trying to intellectually walk through this and talk through this. What are you doing? Who's the one with the low IQ there? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I'm trying to circumvent. I'm trying to navigate. I'm not reacting. I'm not testosterone based. I'm not the one shouting, casting aspersions at any demographic. Not at all. And you provide me the proof where I've done that. Don't try and do that to me. I'm not a left and right person. I'm a common sense. I've got more libertarian values than anything else. So don't put me in a box. I ain't no contortionist. Honestly. For Ben down to do the skating boards, it takes me a week to recover. Really? What, Eddie nearly got attacked? See, this is it. People, I don't know, I've not spoke to Eddie regarding this. No, I know, Carl, you're right. Oh, look, see what I mean? Look, I've just neglected. I'm talking about Survivors Matter and I'm just kind of declining my daughter. I have to decline again. Oh, look, twice in succession. You know what I mean? I'm a wrong'un. Neglecting my family. And I've got a washing on. I'm getting half-wits, just throwing out low vibrational comments over the comment section. Really? Right, so anyway, I've got to get going, guys, because I've got to ring my daughter back now, see what's going on. So thank you anyway for taking the time out. I hope there was something within this stream that kind of engaged you. You might not agree with everything I've said. I don't expect you to. You know, this ain't no echo chamber. You're allowed your own opinion. If you totally disagree with what I said, fine. I'll lend me one thing. One comment, a geezer. I'm not going to mention his actual avatar or name. I remember months ago he used to say things like, mate, I agree with 99% of what you say. But he said something the other day that, mate, I agree with 50% of what he says. So, shit, my credibility's dropping. But you know what? That is what I want. I don't want people who just want to agree with 99%. Use your own pissing brain. You know what I mean? That's all it is. I don't believe 99% of anyone else. I'll use my own brain and take little nuggets of what they said and then work it out for myself. It's a long journey, guys. No one person on YouTube is going to say, I'm the man who follow me. Don't follow me. I ain't the man with that direction. I'm on a journey myself. I'll come to cul-de-sacs here, I'll have to reverse, and I'll have to go down other avenues because I'm searching. Right. Yeah, I'll have to speak to Eddie regarding that, see what he's saying. Okie dokie. So listen, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to get going now. And I've got Nottingham tomorrow. Whether a stream, whether it's going to be hard record, I'm not sure. So at some point tomorrow, maybe Sunday, some footage will be coming on. So thank you guys. Bye to all you lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, nice one, Mark. Cheers, Rob. And everyone else. Thanks for all the support out there, guys. As ever, we've got to keep this fight going as positively and as intellectually as possible and not fall into any easy traps that these keyboard warriors want. And don't bite back. Don't bite back. And if you do bite back with love, because they fucking hate that. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Okay? Red Pill Phil. I love you all. Even the pissing haters.